Hello, I'm Donna Bush with your CIG Television News Brief on this Tuesday evening. Now, the Cayman Islands are currently under a hurricane warning. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman could experience winds greater than 74 miles per hour. Very rough seas are expected across the Cayman Islands as Grand Cayman could experience wave heights of 9 to 13 feet. Now, very dangerous conditions are anticipated for the sister islands with wave heights of 10 to 15 feet and storm surge of up to 3 feet. Periods of heavy showers and thunderstorms will most likely accompany Tropical Storm Raphael. The sister islands could see up to 8.5 inches of rainfall between today and Friday, and up to 5 inches for Grand Cayman is expected, as very dangerous winds and marine conditions could lead to coastal erosion due to dangerous wave actions, damage to utilities, infrastructure, and dwellings along the coastline. Some structural damages to homes, downed trees, dangerous driving conditions due to high winds and poor visibility. Debris is also likely to become projectiles, posing a high risk to life and property, and widespread flooding is expected. On Tuesday morning, residents of Cayman Brac were in full preparation mode after securing their homes and businesses and heavy equipment. As of Tuesday morning on Cayman Brac, there were 31 shelter residents, 3 patients, and 16 clients from the Colonel Community Care Center at the Aston Ruddy Center, along with 8 shelterees at Weston Primary School. Additionally, 2 people as of this morning were sheltering on Little Cayman. Now, the Faith Hospital Accident and Emergency has been moved to the Aston Ruddy Center on the Brac. The temporary location is due, of course, to the adverse weather expected from Tropical Storm Raphael. The Faith Hospital outpatient clinics, dental, and pharmacy units are currently closed. Now, in an emergency, the Little Cayman Health Center can be reached on 916-5395. That's 916-5395.
It's nothing to be joked with. There's going to be high seas, especially on the south of our island, Little Cayman. We've had assistance from the regiment who are on here, who have extra police, and we've just been going through the recovery stage. Should that be necessary, we'll get more assistance from Grand Cayman tomorrow. Feeling that, when all clear is given, I'll be back in Grand Cayman.
Meantime, all residents are reminded to remain vigilant and take proactive steps as Raphael is expected to impact our islands today and tomorrow.
Here's what you need to know. Please stay indoors and avoid non-essential travel and, of course, secure outdoor items. Refrain from going near beaches or waterfront areas, as rough seas can be extremely hazardous. Now is the time to make final preparations and monitor conditions closely. For the latest and most accurate weather information, follow updates from Cayman Islands National Weather Service, Hazard Management Cayman Islands Government, and Radio Cayman. These are your best sources for real-time information on expected conditions. If you're unsure where your nearest shelter is, or you need a list of recommended storm supplies, please check Hazard Management Cayman Islands website or social media channels, www.caymanprepared.ky. Additionally, Radio Cayman will provide details on shelter locations. If you need assistance during or after the storm, contact 911 for all emergencies. Non-emergency support will also be available through our National Emergency Operations Support Line at 949-6555. This storm developed quickly, underscoring the importance of being prepared at all times, especially during the hurricane season. Keep emergency supplies and plans ready to ensure you can respond promptly to unexpected weather events. Response and recovery teams are ready and will be deployed as soon as conditions allow safe movement to assess damage. Our priority is to assess and address any damage swiftly. Staying indoors is absolutely critical as conditions remain very dangerous, even if the storm appears to have passed.
Ahead of the anticipated conditions from Tropical Storm Raphael, the following shelters were open early Tuesday with public safety in mind. Doors of the Aston Ruddy Center, as we just reported, in Weston Primary School on Cayman Brac, and the Public Works Department building on Little Cayman were open from 6 o'clock this morning. On Grand Cayman, 1 shelter was open in West Bay, another in East End, and 2 in Northside and Georgetown, with the John Gray High School shelter being the only pet-friendly one. Now, those seeking a place at a shelter are advised to take food, water, and any medical essentials. Those needing assistance should have a caregiver with them. Again, you can find a list of all the shelters that are open on the caymanprepared.ky website, as well as on gov.ky. Well, as you know, the three Cayman Islands were placed under a hurricane warning early Monday morning with warning flags raised across the islands, with schools and most businesses closed on Tuesday, and sea conditions could be described as the calm before the storm. Now, residents are reminded, of course, to stay tuned to government channels for the most accurate information related to this and any storm that is headed our way. Deputy Governor and Chair of the National Hazard Management Council, the Honorable Franz Manderson, is urging everyone to be prepared as officials continue to monitor Raphael to ensure that both the government and the public are able to respond quickly and appropriately to keep the community safe. Residents again are reminded to check the latest updates by visiting gov.ky, caymanprepared.gov.ky, the weather.gov.ky website, as well as the Facebook page and all official government social media platforms for accurate and up-to-date information. Finally, remember to just like, share, and subscribe to the Cayman Islands Government's YouTube channel for the most accurate government news. I'm Donna Bush. We encourage you to listen to the experts and leaders so that you and your family are safe. See you next time.
I'm Jody Ann Powery. I'm the Police Media Officer with the RCIPS, and I'm here to give you some crime prevention tips on how to best protect your property. The first thing that we want to discuss is our points of entries. Let's start with the front door, and then we'll move on to the windows and the back doors or sliding glass doors. The first thing to consider is the front door. This particular front door has two deadbolt locks. One of these deadbolt locks are properly carpentered and the other is not. When your door is properly locked, you'll hear a click at the end and the deadbolts are not able to move. If it is slightly opened, then you can push the deadbolt back without having any restrictions. I'll now proceed to show you what your lock should look like when it is properly locked. When it comes to your windows, you want to make sure that your window is locked all the way down, because even though the lock is on, if it's not all the way down, it can still be pried. The proper way to lock the window is to make sure that the window goes all the way down to the seal and then you pull across the lock. When you have a sliding glass door at home, you want to make sure that you have secondary locking devices in addition to the lock that comes with the door. One of those can be a simple piece of wood that's jamming the doorway. We want to encourage you to ensure that you don't make things easy for burglars who are looking for opportunities to break into property by leaving your property out in plain view. Some of these items are your car keys, your electronics, and your handbags. Make sure that you put these properties away when you're leaving the house or when you're going to bed. When you're going camping or if you're taking your family on a trip, you want to ensure that your property has some sign of life. This can be done by leaving a light on or putting timers on your lights. And we want to ensure that our family homes are safe. In order to do so, we encourage that people take the proper precautions by starting up neighborhood watches or encouraging family members or persons they trust to check on their properties while they're away.